Okay, so in the last video I showed you how to build a shelf. When we did it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it was deliberately going to be 5 shelves. Unfortunately, things didn't go to plan, and we ended up with the idea of creating an extra shelf because we had that little bit on the top. Now that worked out alright for me because I was able to put my Star Wars helmets, which it fit in beautifully. However, that may not work for you guys, so I thought I'd put this together. So basically, all you got to do is remove that top shelf, or don't put it in. Build your shelves with the DVDs like we showed you in the video, and just leave the lips on the left and the right. You'll end up with almost kind of like bookends on either side, so you can still use it for your DVDs, but because you haven't got no lid on the top, the sky's the limit. So if you've got some odd shaped DVD cases or stuff like that, you could utilize it that way. Obviously you can expand upon this idea. Obviously it's better to go higher rather than wider, so the wider you go, the heavier the DVDs get and the wood will bow. So you either have to reinforce it if you want to go longer, keep it short like 1.2 meters and always go up. So you can mix and match and get 1.8 meter lengths for your sides and use 1.2s for your shelving and increase storage that way. Alright, in the previous video you would have saw me handling these small thin DVD cases. Now a lot of people don't like them, I love them. Basically it gives you twice the storage space, but that also gives you twice the weight. So therefore be mindful about the length of your shelf, otherwise you will see it dip. With thinner spines you're going to sacrifice some of your cover art. I personally don't have a problem with that because I seem to be able to identify the titles very easily. If you have titles that you're worried about, don't do it. So things like your secondary movies or things that you're not too worried about, do it this way and you'll save a lot of space. Okay, so using a scaled down version of the shelving unit, I'm going to illustrate the following. Basically, if you put it flush to the ground, it's gonna get top heavy, especially if you go higher than 1.2. Not the most safest thing in the world to do. So the trick is either put it on an angle, like so, and use some wedges or something like some cardboard to chock it up, and that will help it from flipping forward. The other thing you can do, and I'm not officially saying it, I'll deny I said it, is put a cheeky screw up in the top corner. I know a lot of places that won't allow you to do that, you're not meant to put holes in the wall, but one little screw hole you can probably easily disguise, especially once the DVD's in there. If the real estate agent's coming in to inspect the place, because you've only just put that one screw in there, you won't see it, and the rest of the shelving looks like it's just floating there anyway, so they won't know. If you go with the sneaky screw version, it means that your whole DVD shelf will be flat and level and no movies will fall out as designed. However, if you're renting and you don't feel confident with the sneaky screw version, then if you put it on an angle, the more extreme the angle, the safer it's going to be, but the higher the possibility that your DVDs are going to fall out from behind. So as you can see in my little shelf that I'm using as an example today, I actually put a backing on it, and that would stop that from happening for you renters, or maybe even a little strip you could probably use to do the same thing, or a piece of dowel. That will get you out of trouble. So using the techniques I used to create the DVD shelves, I branched out and got very clever and made this a spice rack for the missus, and my own very small paint shelf to house my model paint and small containers. So you can become an expert before you know it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you like me, or don't, doesn't matter.